Hi, my name is Allison Reinig. I am currently a graduate student at Buffalo State College. I will be graduating in May with my master's in childhood education and my initial teaching certification. I am here today to tell you a little bit about my master's project, which is detailed here in this website. The topic that I chose to focus on for my project is social emotional learning, and I chose this topic because I see every day in school and through my coaching job, I see students and kids who have very stressful lives in their young ages right now, between school and tests and homework and all their extracurricular activities and just trying to figure out how to make friends and relate to other people and find their place in this world. They seem to be under a lot of stress, and a common problem that I see is that these kids don't have the skills that they need to cope with the stress that they are under and they're experiencing. So I wanted to focus my topic on social emotional learning to find a way to help students cope with these struggles. So social emotional learning is the development of a set of core emotional and social skills that help students to handle life challenges and to thrive in both academic and social environments. It gives them the ability to recognize and manage their emotions, to empathize with others, as well as to learn how to effectively manage conflicts, which are all things that benefit both children, adults, everybody in the world. Social emotional learning is something that will have an impact on students across a broad range of academic and social areas. I decided to narrow my proposed research topic down to the impact that it can have on bullying in schools and students' reactions to bullying. So my proposed research questions are: the first one is, how will the addition of social emotional learning to the classroom impact elementary students' reactions to bullying? And the second proposed question is, how will the addition of social emotional learning to the classroom impact the amount of bullying that we see in the classroom every day? I've designed a proposed research project around a fourth grade classroom where a 9-week social emotional learning curriculum will be implemented, and throughout the course of the 9 weeks, observations and interviews with students will be conducted to see how it's impacting the reactions as well as the amount of bullying that is occurring in the classroom. So through my research, and as you'll be able to find in my literature review, I found several distinct impacts that social emotional learning can have on bullying in schools. The first has a lot to do with the school climate. So when the climate in a school is seen as negative, or it's high in conflict, it's unfair, it's unsupportive, students are more likely to act out in aggressive manners, the more likely they are to bully other students. So social emotional learning, the more teachers in the classroom are asking students to talk about their emotions, the more open they seem to topics of this sort, the more students will feel that the environment and the climate of the school is supportive and caring. The more comfortable they will be with using help-seeking behaviors, such as going to an adult for help, asking for different coping strategies they can use, versus reacting aggressively, which will in turn decrease the amount of bullying that we see in the school. One of the second issues that I found had a lot to do with the different perspectives of teachers and students on the climate of the school. So research found that a common problem is that sometimes teachers see the climate in their classroom or in their school as a positive one, where students who, they have their social media and they're on the bus and they go home and they're with kids, more often they see different things. The students themselves see the environment as negative. They see the bullying more. So the more that teachers openly discuss and teach their students how to discuss these topics, the more they will be able to see what's going on, making them more likely to reach out and help the students. And the more the students can see that the teachers and the adults in the school are going to help them, the more likely they are to reach out to be helped by the adults in the school instead of acting out and bullying other students or reacting aggressively towards each other. So next, another one of the key components of social emotional learning that has been shown to have an impact on bullying is the teaching of empathy and perspective taking skills. So empathy has actually been shown to have a direct role in the reduction of bullying. The more students can feel what other students are feeling, the less likely they are to want to bully them and make them feel bad about themselves because they can understand what that student is feeling. It also has an impact on the bystander effect. So the more students can empathize with what other kids are feeling, the more likely they are to intervene if they see somebody being bullied because they understand what they're feeling. So the more students that are standing up and saying, this isn't okay, we're being hurtful, this is not something we should do, the more the climate of the school becomes one that does not support bullying. If the kids don't support it, if the teachers don't support it, the less likely it is to happen because the climate is not one that says bullying is okay. Thirdly, social emotional learning teaches students how to effectively manage and control their emotions. So research has shown that students who are not in control of their emotions are the ones who are most likely to act out and bully other students. And then on the flip side, students who react emotionally to bullies are more likely to be re-victimized again in the future. So by teaching students the skills that they need to keep their emotions in check and to recognize when they may be reacting too emotionally to a situation will be a key in reducing the amount of bullying that we see. Teaching them how to stay calm and problem solve their way through a situation without reacting over emotionally or aggressively to the bully or to the victim will help students to be able to problem solve and find a way out of the situation in a way that will prevent more situations like that from occurring in the future. To implement social emotional learning into the classroom, I have designed a 9-week unit plan consisting of 9 weekly lessons as well as daily enrichment activities. While social emotional learning is not one of the core academic content areas, I have included in a 4th grade ELA standard into each lesson so that they are still meeting their standards while also learning social emotional skills. There's also only one sit-down lesson per week to not take away too much time from instruction in other content areas, but then throughout the week there are enrichment activities such as more different morning work activities, morning meetings that the students can do, questions to ask throughout the day when you have a minute that keep the students thinking about their emotional reactions and the skills that they're learning in their sit-down lesson throughout the rest of the week. Now, I've designed the unit plan around 4th grade curriculum standards, but I do believe that with some minor adjustments, different scaffolds and supports for students, it could be used for both younger grades, older grades, so that it can be used across a wide range of students. Feel free to take a look at my curriculum plan and my lesson plans that are included here on the website. And thank you for watching.